So, there's a very big difference between teaching someone, right, and training, right, yourself. So what people fail to understand is that there's a very big difference between training for yourself and helping someone train. Sometimes it can happen when you have people who, there are two people training and they can train together. But as a teacher, I can tell you that I've been taught before by people. And in the end, you need to decide when things happen, whether you want to either train for yourself or you want to teach. Because there's a very big divide internally, right? And many people don't understand it until they actually do it. Because what happens is when you're teaching people things, they go out and do it, you're actually there with them. Your energy gets up and down, your mind goes up and down, everything goes up and down. So it's very difficult to really focus on your own being. It can be done, it can be done. But if you want to get to a very high level, it's very difficult, you see. So many times you have to draw the line between, are you going to teach or are you going to train? And then one has to be the boss of the other, just like two sports. You know, if you play two sports, and maybe you could be competitive in two, in the end what happens is they fight each other, you see, and they pull. So in the end you have to choose what is going to submit to what, right? You can't have too many things that you're doing in life. You need to understand that it needs to be single-minded. There has to be a hierarchy, you see. And many people don't understand because we live in a world today where you're told you can do everything. And the truth is that you can't do everything at the highest level. You can do many things at low levels, or you can do some things at, you know, medium high levels. And if you're very talented, you could maybe do one or two, three things at a high level. But even then, in the end, if you want to get to that highest level for you, then you have to make a sacrifice, you see. And so what am I saying? I'm saying that in the end, there's people that, if you look in societies and civilizations, you have the teachers, you have the warriors, you have the teachers, you have, you know, different kinds of, you have to understand where you belong, right? Now some of us can be warriors, we can be teachers too, right? But then you can't do them both at the same time, you see. You have to understand which one are you going to do for that particular period of time. We have some people that have diverse talents or diverse abilities, many different abilities, but in the end, you have to choose, do I want to do this or do I want to do this? And if you decide to do this, then all those other things have to submit to that one thing what you don't. You see, I can tell you that from experience. I've played multiple sports on different levels, competitive levels. And I realized that in the end, if I wanted to improve, the demands are getting too high. So I had to choose. It was going like this and they're tearing me apart. You know, my shoulder, I had shoulder problem, I had to go do this, and something I had hip problem. Now I'm doing. So in the end, it doesn't happen immediately, but it happens over time. You become finished. You become spent. You become demotivated. You become injured. All kinds of things start happening because you get torn in different directions. So you have to realize, okay, if I'm going to go, am I going to go just, I need to go this one direction. And then all these other things will submit to that one thing. You see? So in the end, friends, you know, you got to make a decision. What is your priority in life? What are the priorities? You see? And then you start honestly reflecting about what you want to do. If you want to compete in a sport and you want to go to the highest level you can possibly go, then in the end, all those other sports and things, they need to submit to that. And I'm not saying you have to, but if you want to, then that's what it takes. And there's some people, that's why you have pro athletes, you have big time athletes. They have submitted everything to be able to do a particular sport, and they've done it for 10, 15 years at the highest level. You see, what does it take? If you look at the dedication that it takes to do something like that, right? You find that you don't have their coaches training and competing like them at that level. It doesn't happen. Or you don't find the guys competing, coaching at the same time. It doesn't happen like that. You have to make a decision. Same thing with different sports, same thing. So take any athlete, you will see that as they get higher and higher, the demands for that particular discipline get higher and higher and higher, and you need to sacrifice more and more and more and more. And yes, sometimes you need a break. It's true, you know. Break only to come back. If you want to, you don't have to, right? Because if you stay away for something for too long, then many people can pass you, or people pass you by. Or now it takes a long time to get back to where you were before. So maintenance is still good. You see? Still anything can be done, it's true. But in the end, my friends, you have to prioritize what you want to do. I want to do this or do this. Don't get scattered with saying, I want to do everything and end up doing nothing. Right? So see who you are. Know yourself. Know who you are. And know what you want then. Because if you know who you are, you know what you want. Right? And then if you know what you want, go for it. Thanks.